Hello anybody and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Legacy. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and in the last episode we went back to Forest Abkhazia and got our butt kicked by Alexander. Because our dragon was simply not able to do enough damage, and in today's episode we are not going to be a giant dragon. That's just too dangerous, that's a dangerous idea. However, we are going to be a barbarian. Let's be a barbarian in this episode, so hopefully we're going to be able to take on Alexander this time and make a difference against him. So let's see if we can upgrade our equipment any further. We can get the Royal Helm for extra mana and health. So that's nice and blue and cool. We can get the Royal Chest for much of the same, but it is too heavy for us to carry as it is. We could get the Holy Chest too, but I don't want to because we lose a lot of mana there, or a lot of our defense there. We could get the Royal Limbs, which we can totally put on. Those fit perfectly well. Royal Cape we're not going to worry about. And we can't put on any more armor without 40 more points. I think we might actually be able to afford that though, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, haha! That's a nice armor bonus for us, and we still have quite a bit of money left to boot. This part of the game is just, it's so much fun that you can just spend so much money that it's just really satisfying. And we haven't even put up a lot of these things as much as we should be doing, so, you know, let's increase our attack. There we go. It's not great still, but it's better. Also, because we changed our cape from the sky cape to this black cape, the dark cape, we don't get the extra double jump, but I'm totally fine with that. Anyway, enough delaying. Into the castle we go. We'll also soon be able to we could take off the runes for the money pretty much any time now, but I want to keep them on still, just to accelerate the process at which we get our upgrades. Just bad habit, or old habits die hard. So, our barbarian is pretty much going to just murder his way through everything, so let's try and just kind of brute force our way through without totally dying. Sadly, I missed the strength of the Hokage we had before, and even the fireballs in range of the dragon. I do miss those things. We got a fountain there, might want to remember that so we can heal up there if something goes wrong. And we got a bunch of mages. I hate mages! I do miss the triple jump though, that was really handy, and that could have been really nice to have. That leads into the Land of Darkness though, and we are not going to go down there. No siree Bob. Over here we got Kitter's Boss Door with some meat. 91 meat healed on this barbarian. That's a lot of meat. I mean, that's a lot of health to heal from a barbarian. Over here, this room's a dead end, but it's got treasure in it, so you know, it's worth it. Get ourselves some money. And head back out. Up and out. And all that jazz. Alrighty, now that they're taken care of, and this room is not totally clear, but clearer. We'll be fine. This is fine. This damage we're taking is not as big of a deal as it was before because of the vampirism and the different stats that we have and all of that. And if this guy would just stand still and die, that would be wonderful too. Okay. That's a gladiator. He's bad news. But we killed him because we are strong. And for our trouble, we get more blueprints. The Imperial Cape. Very cool. It's just really late and really outdated now, so we're not going to be actually building it, so that's funny. It is kind of hard to get used to the fact that your attacks don't do as much damage with this dude, with the barbarian, because I always kind of have this trouble with tank characters, and just the fact that just because you can take a lot of damage doesn't mean you can do a lot. Drawing damage is not the same as DPS, and that's something I have a challenge as a person who plays a lot of games, just to do that I should be better about, but I'm not. Also, as you can see, Darofus. Really useful against these guys, too. They're dead, though. And more blueprints. Retribution Sword. We're not going to be building that. We don't need to do it. Damn it. Also, I'd swear the gladiators were going faster, or moving faster, if that wasn't probably totally wrong. Oh boy, there's a lot of crap in here. I'm out of here. You know, it might not be a bad idea to go back and heal at that fountain when I find a good chance to do that. Let this guy kill himself. Well, he doesn't kill himself. We'll just let himself tire himself out, to be more specific. And that guy has meat. He has meat between his legs. We got it. We killed him and we took his meat. Zomboners are still troubling to deal with. The barbarian actually has surprisingly good magic, considering they're a barbarian. Just kind of weird to deal with, but maybe that also has something to do with my equipment and how I upgraded my stats and all that, so that's also something to factor in. I really need to start just increasing my base damage too a lot more, like on the sword. So that's also a thing. Also, yeah, we don't have the next version of sword available to buy. Unless we do and I missed it. Like a doof. None of that matters right now, though, because we have made it into the forest of Kazuya. Alrighty. We got ourselves some rage. Believe me, buddy, I know all about rage. Such as why that money bag is up in a place where I can't get it. Get rid of this money. By which I mean we consume the money. By which I mean we put it in our pocket. We don't eat the money. That's dumb. Bad puppy. Go away. You are just annoying. Now there are spike balls bouncing around the room. That's just great. Careful, though. I always tend to forget that the balls won't bounce out of the rooms if they reach an exit and that they'll just bounce back in. Like, they bounce back in really quickly and faster than I expect all the time. So, you know, just something to look out for. But the spike balls these guys have don't actually level up for some reason, so they're hardly a concern if they hit you at this point in the game, because they're just so weak now. This room has a take no damage fairy chest. Let's do it. We've done this Mega Man-esque falling trap before, falling puzzle, quote-unquote puzzle. And we failed. It was worth an effort. That was silly. Okay, how's our progress going so far in here? It's going pretty well. Just need to... Dang, there's a lot of things trying to kill us, though. That's not very nice. Archers and... well, rangers, to be more specific. You got this dude up here being like, I'm a skull! Because that's what all skeletons apparently sound like. And what do we get from the altar? Calypso's Compass. Cool. And it goes down into the left, which means it's either in the castle, the forest, or the dungeon. And we've found the boss door, so we know exactly where we're going to be coming back to once we clear out the forest itself and get ourselves lots and lots of money. Okay. Ow, this hurts. Everything hurts. Everything hurts. Take care of the bones, the Bone Brothers. Get some health back. That's a defeat all enemies room, and that means there's a lot of them in there, and I don't want to deal with them right now. Or with this room. I'm just tired and belligerent, so I'm not going to deal with it. I'll go back and deal with it later. Not right now. And the video's kind of chopped a little bit there again. Oh my god, it better not be desyncing again. That would be so annoying to deal with. Like, really annoying. Because then you kind of have to keep a watch on the video more itself. Like, I usually watch my videos all the way through anyway, but I usually have them on in the background while I'm doing other things. So, actually having to watch it more directly to make sure that there aren't too many desyncs in the audio, that's tedious and annoying and frustrating, and hopefully that's not going to be the case. I hope. We'll see. Okay, though. Game, you can stop doing this weird choppiness anytime now, please. That would be just wonderful. It's not a high draining game. It isn't very needy. It's not very demanding. Please. Please, game, please. Ooh, free health. It's always good to get free health from those dudes, more or less. And down here is just a pit with money at the bottom. I hear something down below, though. Oh, great, it's a Worgen and a... It's a couple Worgens. But a good old nicely placed chakram does the job, and we got some archers down here, so be careful. Go around from the side, get them from behind. Try to avoid dropping down into the middle of enemies if you can. Try to get yourself back against a wall so that you have a place where you can just kind of focus your attacks in one direction rather than being surrounded by enemies you need to deal with. We can't get that treasure chest as we saw, so we need to go up and continue our ascent further up into the dungeon. Well, dungeon, quote-unquote. It's a forest, but you already knew that. Alright, we already dealt... Oh! Tower Guard. This is the level 3 version of this enemy, and they are very strong. They turn around much faster, and they send you flying ridiculously far when they hit you. But they're still not that difficult to deal with. Still one of the easier enemies to deal with, so long as they're alone. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Tower Guards and the Shield Guards in general, they're mainly a concern when they're bunched with other enemies in rooms where you don't really have a lot of room to escape. Other than that, though, nah. I do wonder if the Barbarian Shout will destroy Alexander's flames, though. That's a good question. And I screwed up the thing. This is what chakrams were made for, was rooms like this. So now we don't have to go through the stress of dodging all those bones and barrows. Not barrows, arrows. Though I wouldn't be surprised if their arrows were bones. And that's taken care of, and we've got ourselves a fairy chest room that's actually not that difficult now that I know how to do it. So long as you're fast. Ow. And we already screwed it up. That sucks. Because I did not see that platform to fall through there. That sucks. Oh well. Well, at least we only took one hit. And it does look, however, like the Calypso's Compass will lead us into the dungeon. Fun. You might wonder where I'm going. I'm going to this teleporter to do things. Well, maybe it doesn't go into the dungeon. Maybe it just goes closer around here. See, it takes us over this way. Down, 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 further into the dungeon. Oh, that's just great. Well, I'm feeling, you know, I feel like today's a good day to die. And we fell into spikes, great. So they should be around here somewheres. This is a deadly room to be in. No bones about it. However, we can maintain the advantage, because not many enemies in this room have the ability to just attack through walls, so we got a lot of cover to work with in breaking through this room to get to this treasure. And I like a good challenge, and I just stepped on fire. Don't step on fire, kids. It hurts. And you'll burn your foots. Your feetsies. Got some bones. Mr. Bones. No bones about it. And I think the treasure is gonna be in here. Well, let's just clear out some enemies the best way we know how. Like that. That was recklessly and dumb. Oh boy. And this is not a great room to have to deal with a mage in. And he's dead. We are really close to this treasure though, so... Oh, there it is. Alright, this better be worth it. MP5 increased, okay. And a holy cape. We're not gonna wear that. Meh. Well, whatever, I'm still happy. Because, you know, once you get a blueprint, it is out of the group of blueprints that you can get, or like the group of blueprints that you have to get. You know what I'm saying. I'm saying that we don't have to get that blueprint again, and it's out of the pool. It's out of the pool of randomly generated things, and that means we have better shots at getting the rest of the dark set of armor, and that's great. That's cool. I found armor increase. What the hell am I doing down here? Well, I'm telling you what I'm doing down here. I was here to take care of the frickin' Calypso's compass, and now it's time for us to bail. Now, I think actually the fastest way we can get out of here is, I mean, going straight up, but I was gonna say look for Herodotus' boss door, but nah, that was faster. Now, the question is, do I go right into this fight? Actually, I should heal up first, so I'm going to go back to the other boss door here. And remember when I said I should remember the fountain? Because I did remember. We'll get a nice big heal. A healing surprise. So I'm actually going to see if I can't kill this boss right now. Because our stats are good, and we're just going to take a lot of damage if we go into the other rooms. I know, I'm being logical. I'm scared too. Also, the shout's going to be really good to scare away some skulls once they start swarming around us, so that's going to be nice. For the time being, though, it's us against him. Come on, Alexander. Chakram is also a great ability to have just against a lot of this. I shouldn't have wasted 2 of those, but, you know, that's just the way it goes. Got ourselves some magic, very nice. Heal up a bit. This is going actually pretty well, all things considered. We got some skeletons and bones encroaching around us. We fell on some from below. Back off, everybody. Give me some breathing room, for God's sake. This is not a great place to be. And we're running out of mana. We're running low on all of that. There's some more mana. Drink it. Blow away the enemies. Blow them away. And it looks like we can do this, and they're done. Alexander has been slain. That wasn't too bad at all. But then we also killed him on our first try on our first life, but anyway, I'm not going to try to undermine the profits I made or the success, because we've defeated Alexander. Hoorah, hooray for us. Also, you'll see that the eyeball is green, and that's because Neo Kidder is dead. And speaking of Neo bosses, now that we've killed Neo Kidder, Alexander, it's time for us to fight his descendant, I guess, Alexander the Fourth. Now, Alexander himself was meant to be a reference to Alexander the Great, the very old conqueror who conquered a lot of lands and ancient history and all that, you know, the Greek guy. It would be embarrassing if he wasn't actually Greek and I just made a mistake. As you can see, with this set of armor, I think we should be able to heal up a bunch on killing these guys, and as you can see, we are quite fortunate in that we can kill the small skulls quite easily, but we don't have a lot of HP to work with, so this is going to be an interesting fight to deal with. Our ability is one that we haven't seen yet, and I think it's only exclusive to the Hokage. It basically allows you to leave an image that you can teleport back to once you get the chance. So the main advice I have here is to, take care of the small ones as quickly as you can. And once things get crowded on one side, that's your cue to kind of take it over to this side and get yourself a little more breathing room. And then teleport back when things get even more pinchy. Thankfully, it's not too expensive, but oh, I hope we're not going to be here a while like we were with Neo Kidder, because I got stuff to do today, so hopefully we will be able to take care of Alexander the Fourth. Also, I put this up in a message on the previous episode, but Alexander the Great was mentioned in stories as Al Kidder, so they play over a bit. And of course, all the stories that have to do with Alexander the Great, there are stories that had to deal with the Fountain of Youth, or as they called it, usually the Fountain of Life. So, that's cool. That's cool. Also, this version of Alexander is a lot more aggressive, spawns more enemies more quickly, and is just generally a jerk. And I do not like him because he's a jerk. He's a jerk. We'll teleport back over here and leave another trace for us to teleport back to when things get a little too pinchy. We are not doing well. Not at all. Can we at least... And we're dead. And so the struggle begins. The truly true struggle is real. I'm probably not going to play for as long before I take the method of jump cutting, just because I was doing that for a while in the last episode, and wow, it got long, and I know it's probably not that great to watch. God damn it, Alexander the Fourth. So Alexander the Fourth has less HP than Neo Kidder, or Alexander the Fourth, yeah. But he will kill you faster. He'll kill you a lot faster. Alexander the Fourth, you're a jerk. Stop grinding your teeth. It's bad for you. Skull comes out of his eye. Take care of it. I thought I took care of it. You do got several jumps to work with, though, and I haven't been exploiting that to the best of my ability, even though I should be doing it. So yeah, a big portion of this fight is just dodging, and also remembering which button dashes forward and which button leaves a trace image, and I just dashed forward into the pain of, god damn it, the pain of the other thing. God damn it. You're a jerk, Alexander the Fourth. The main challenge in this fight, as I'm seeing it, is just he's so fast he can just get you in his hitbox really quickly. And we teleported back over here, but I think it might be too late. Why did I do that? I am just not used to these controls yet for this setup, for this character. Alright, let's try this again. The golden flaming skull of Alexander the Fourth. You're a jerk. Alright. Come here. If you have to take a hit, though, you'd rather take it from one of the smaller dudes than from the big dude himself, because, well, I mean, he does a lot more damage. Let's teleport back over here now. Because we were backed into a corner. You don't want to get backed into a corner in here. You really don't. Oh boy. Let's just teleport over here and slam our face right into an enemy. This is just very, very frustrating. On the plus side, you can actually get back a fair amount of HP by doing this, or by killing these dudes if you take your time. And that's one nice thing that Lady McSorty didn't have for her benefit, is that she wasn't able to regenerate in the fight against Neo Kidder. So you just kind of had to do it on your own merit, and we're dead. So yeah. Okay, this is going to be my last attempt before I just start cutting, so here's hoping it goes well. Get over here, giant flaming skull jerk. Wiener. We also got quite a few sprints, if I know correctly, so let's look at our card here. Yeah, we have 2 dark pieces of equipment. We can only dash once, but we get air jump up to 5 times, so that's nice. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Let's just teleport back over here. Even though, to be quite frank, I should have just used the ability that I have otherwise, like the teleport ability. Teleport, Mario! Or teleport. What's your name again? I forget your name. Sir Wagner. Why are you called Sir Wagner anyway? If that's a reference to something, I don't know what it is. Because Lady McSorty certainly doesn't sound like it's a reference to something. Or it is a reference to something and it's a meme of some kind. But, well, you know. Again, I'm not teleporting when I probably should be. Alright. Alright. Teleport back. Clear out the rabble. Slash him a couple more times. Teleport back over here. You gotta float like a butterfly, sting like a bee in this fight. Teleport away whenever you get the chance. Teleport away as soon as he starts coming down on you, because he will come down on you. Make sure you clear out these enemies as quickly as you can. do the backward moon slide, or the moonwalk slash, and you'll have a much better time than if you don't do that. Teleport away, there are skulls up here. It's getting a little crowded up here, so I got a bad feeling about how that's gonna look in a moment there, in a moment here. We teleported into spikes, that wasn't great, but you know, it's going better. It's going better than any of the other runs so far. Get out of here! Don't slash me. You jerk. What a time for my phone to go off, too. That hurt. Ah. I had a feeling we were close, too. Alright, well, it's time for us to try that again. And it's time to start cutting, so let's do this. And he is dead. I thought I died there for a second, but holy crap. Oh my god, that was much more stressful than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, that took longer than Neo Kidder did, that's for certain, but we have defeated Alexander the Fourth, and for our efforts, we get ourselves another piece of the medallion. Thank god, that was a brutal fight, harder than I remembered. And here we are now back in the dungeon. So, this video is going to be really long, so it's time for me to start finishing up this life. Not intentionally gonna kill myself or anything, but you know. Hey, an obol! I mean a shrine. With Helios' blessing for more money. So let us head into this room. This room with danger in it. But let's not be totally reckless. That wouldn't be fair to you, the viewer, if I just killed myself out of pure recklessness, because that just wouldn't be very fun to watch. And I say that, but I'm nearly dead already, so... that's just the way things go, apparently. With me, Mr. Devious, or just Deeb. We've almost got this room under wraps, though, and I did not catch that in my peripherals. Sir Darwin II has been slain by a plantite. I guess he didn't evolve to the situation. Ha 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 ha. Anyway. This episode has gone on for long enough. We killed Alexander, we killed Alexander the Fourth, and we finished up Forced Up Kazi again for New Game Plus. So we are making great progress in this New Game Plus thing. So I hope you are enjoying everything that we've been doing so far, and I really hope that this isn't going to be too difficult to edit with some of the lags that were happening in the footage. But anyway, thank you for watching, and if you want to see more of Rogue Legacy as we return to the Mai, then I just hope to see somebody in the next one. Bye-bye!